12 News at 6 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Devine continues now.
In the aftermath of the political assassination of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk, there are troubling signs of how Americans feel about the country.
A new PBS survey shows 30% of Americans agree with the statement that people may have to resort to violence to get the country back on track. That's a 10% increase from when the same survey was taken last April. And as we look for hope, 12 News tracked down some teenagers who gave us inspiration after a different political attack. The 2011 shooting of Gabby Giffords. That shooting wounded 19 and killed 6.
12 News journalist Joe Dana tells us why talking to some of these kids who are now adults in their 20s and 30s is both a relief and a surprise.
During a time of turmoil, Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor hosted these teens. It honored Christina Taylor Greene, a budding leader at just 9 years old, the youngest killed in the mass shooting. These teens were chosen because they wrote award-winning essays in honor of Christina about how to be civil while still disagreeing. We wanted to know, are those Arizonans still hopeful today?
Oh,
so
interesting.
They're hard to find.
The search is on. Yeah, you participated in a town hall.
This looks like her.
My colleague and I tracked down several of these Arizona high school alums.
We're seeing about half of these kids now living out of state.
Yeah.
We are searching for something else as well, signs of resilience.
You look a little older and wiser. How's Oklahoma treating you?
I love it here.
Matthew Gosler is now married with a young son.
I would consider myself centrist conservative.
In 2012, he talked about controlling his emotions as a youth leader.
But did you have a chance to get in arguments with anybody along the way?
It was very hostile, very angry.
So there you had an example in your own life of what can happen.
Yes.
Matthew says his view about democracy hasn't so much changed as matured.
I feel like with my life experiences, I've learned some things. Being a professor, I was a professor for a couple of years, like the impact of freedom of speech.
He gives his own spin to a familiar saying in politics today.
We want America to be great together.
Great together.
Yes. We're great together. We're great because of the people that are in it, because of our differences.
We also tracked down Caroline.
It was a little surreal to go back in time over a decade ago.
Trust me, I had the temper to go along with my hair, but...
Then she was a girl with good humor and wise words.
It's important to bite your tongue sometimes before you answer.
It turns out Caroline's ideas she presented then were prophetic. Her essay was about how social media companies needed to find ways to promote civil discourse and reject misinformation and harm.
I created a website so they'll be more inclined to talk about actual issues instead of gossiping about candidates.
And I don't think we've figured that out yet. I think we've layered kind of new problems on top of it.
Today, Caroline asked us only to use her voice, saying the political climate makes her wary, ironically, of the very harm she was trying to solve in 2012 as a teen.
And I think that kind of outrage algorithm just makes us all worse off and makes us all less safe.
We spoke with 3 other alums from this class, but they worried about how their comments would be construed in this age of internet bullying.
One former student, now a K-12 educator, canceled her interview with us last minute, saying our state school board is investigating public comments of employees.
Most of the ones we talked to said they were just too concerned to even sort of, speak publicly today.
It's a sad story. It's a sad development in our country where people are afraid to speak out.
Ron Barber was shot in the face and thigh at the Giffords event. As a Democrat, he co-leads the Arizona Democracy Resilience Network, along with Don Henninger, a registered Republican.
Well, I can understand why people are reluctant. We just have to talk about things in a positive way.
Yeah. I think the fact that Ron and I are doing the work that we're doing proves that we have hope.
Watching Matthew and Caroline revisit their young selves shows why it's not easy to balance youthful optimism with the pessimism that can come with age. Matthew has reconciled the two by writing a new essay for us.
Every American wants America to be great, and when we attack the other side, we attack ourselves. Our challenge now as Americans is, do we let the hardline political ideologies tear us apart, or do we unite, embracing our differences once again, to work together to make a more perfect union?
Joe Dana, 12 News.
Wow. And to me, and people will disagree, and that's fine. Respect that if you disagree. social media
Yep.
has just done so much damage in this country.
And it's amazing how that young lady was able to kind of see that in the future, and it wasn't happening as much then, right? Not at all.
And to live in fear of repercussions for stating what you believe, for fear that you'll be bullied online or worse. It's just a sad statement.
It is, to see them as young people who were so willing to share their opinions openly, and then now they've grown up, they've
More
seen
jaded,
the world,
yeah.
they're more jaded, and now they're like, I can't do it, and I get it, totally get it.
I understand it, but
Yeah.
it's still sad.
Yeah, it is.